Hello and welcome back to the vlog. We bought a house. Where do we even start? I thought we'd start with an empty house tour. I can't describe the feeling. Everyone said that you fall in love with the house. I don't really think that that's something we felt until completion day, and we are just like so happy. I want to spend as much time as we can here. We're doing a reno at the moment, which started last week. You will see the progress maybe in the next video, but I am a first-time homeowner, and so I've never done a reno, I've never bought a house, haven't had a mortgage. Like, there's so many firsts that we're going through right now, but it's a really exciting time and I wanted to share that with you. And if you have any opinions as well of what we should do in particular places, I'll kind of give you a walkie-talkie now and show you what we've got. It's unbelievable and I'm so excited. I can't wait to start working here as well, like being able to do vlogs here. This is my first vlog here ever and it's so exciting. So let's show you the house that we bought. So we are in the entrance hall at the moment, a room that really wasn't very us when we were looking for this bright light space. However, this property has so much character to it, which is something that I really wanted when we were looking at houses. We saw quite a few that were just crazy to maintain, really would have been a bit of a headache, but this feels like the right balance between manageable but still beautiful. The paneling is insane. I think we're gonna paint it. Everyone is up in arms about that, like family and friends that we've taken round, but we have a vision. I might even put the vision up here actually as inspo because we saw it and we just fell in love with it. And then if I show you from this side, that's where I was just speaking to you. We're going to do a window seat there. We would love a dog in our life and we just think that would be such a lovely spot for them and just to make use of that really pretty space. An insane fireplace that is just so beautiful. We're not going to touch it. Up here, that's quite decorative for our tasting, so we're just going to put a kind of antique mirror over that. Then we're going to try and sand these beams to get them to a finish and a colour that feels a little bit more us. Right now they are like stained so much that it's almost like syrup and they're so reflective, so we just want to take them back to something quite beautiful. So we've got the staircase behind us. We think this paneling is really beautiful and we could see a Christmas tree being here with like the fire and everything, but feel like it kind of blocks the staircase quite a bit. Plus we've got some natural light up here that's being blocked, so all of this is going to be coming out, plus some of this decoration up here that's not very us. The house actually isn't listed. Obviously if it was we wouldn't be able to do that. It feels like a listed property in places, but it's not. So that's the entrance hallway. We're working with an interior design team, by the way, Cherie Lee Interiors, I'll link them below. It's making the whole process, like we're obviously incredibly lucky and it's a very glamorous way to do a house reno, but it's really exciting and we don't know what we're doing. So we are staying in London for the foreseeable many months to come whilst all this project's being done. This was the room that was the hardest for us to decide what to do. Thank goodness we had a professional team that kind of like took us through this. We're going to need to speed up, otherwise I'm going to be doing this too long. We're only going to be doing the ground floor today. I'll do a second video with the upstairs and then we have a second floor as well. And then check out this room. This is the original drawing room. It's just the space and the ceiling heights. We worked with a buying agent called Emma Siddons to find this place. I'll link her below as well. Let's check. I don't like the lighting here. Let's change. So we worked with Emma exactly for this reason. We really wanted high ceilings. Andy's 6'5". And it's just the sheer space and like volume of the rooms was actually more important to us than square footage. These rooms all have square footage, but it's the size of the windows for light for my work were really important. It's also the situation of the house on the plot. So we have these lovely south-facing windows and rooms. I'm getting out of breath because this is what happens. I get excited. I am excited. We're scared, by the way. Can I just be vulnerable for a sec? It's really expensive buying a house and house renos. But yeah, it's just the size of the rooms. We wanted to keep this as a sitting room. We find that you get these formal sitting rooms in houses, but they're often not used. So we have a snug next door, which is like the cozy room that was clearly used more, and like the TV room, kids room and stuff. But we're going to change that into the office. I'll show you in a sec, my office, and just keep this room as like a beautiful formal living room that does get the use. So that's this one. I haven't seen designs for this one yet. We need to sign off designs, but we're really excited about the potential for this room. So come straight through, that's the stairs. Upstairs, we'll do that in the next video. This room is the snug. Again, we have a beautiful bay window here. When you have a radiator in front of the bay windows, it's a question for our designer, but what are you supposed to do? Because in my head, we could do chairs and a little table. You can have a little soft moment, but with the rads there, I'm not really sure how we do it. So yeah, we haven't seen designs for this room yet either, which is exciting. I'm really excited for that. But we just wanted a space that I could edit. So I just wanted to come away just to give you a sense of scale, because like I'm 5'10", and so the square footage is good. I think I said the square footage is good. We don't get as many rooms for that reason. But I was thinking a desk along here, you look towards the fireplace and then you're able to see outside. It's a nice big bright room, but I'll show you my content room upstairs in the next video. It's really exciting. But we thought that it would be really nice, like because we are not making this snug anymore, because we want to use the big beautiful room more, that this would become a really obvious office space. I think if we're lucky enough to have children one day, it would become a playroom again, probably. But for now, my office, so I can have that separation between shooting upstairs, shoot room pending. There's a lot of thought behind the shoot room. It should be mega. We wanted to remove all friction for my work, so that will be exciting. Please let me know if any creators have shoot rooms or a shoot setup that you think is particularly beautiful or amazing. I'm kind of scouring the internet at the moment for ideas. So yeah, let me know in the comments if you see any creators that you like. And then yeah, just a space for me to edit. That might only happen for a couple of years, and then we'll change it back to a playroom. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. I'm going to take you through to the downstairs bathroom. It's not exciting, but agree or disagree, the downstairs bathroom is somewhere that you can like play and have fun and do something a little bit crazy. So we might do some bold colour on the wall, maybe a bit of marble, but it's a small space pretty much under the stairs, so we thought we could play. This is it, to be honest. Mirror, sink, but we had the bathrooms taken out this week. That was the first work we had done. It was so exciting. So we came here yesterday and it was the first time we saw like rubble and the skip, and it was really exciting to us. This is the downstairs room. I don't think we need to spend any more time in it. We're gonna do a reconfiguration, we think, and put the sink here in front of this door, block that off, and then we just get a bit more negative space in this room. But otherwise, it's a typical downstairs bathroom. Heading up back through the hallway. So those are the two rooms on the right. And then if you come over here, this is actually a secret door. So this is our utility. It is a utility room at the moment. We're actually going to take out this wall here. If I swivel you around, you can see there's a butler's staircase here. So we'll be knocking that out. So when we lose the staircase, we'll have a little bit of landing at the top. Just this is the butler's staircase. There's the main staircase there. When we lose this one, I had the genius idea of doing a laundry chute from the first floor straight down into what will be the bootility. So this is going to be utility room mixed with a boot room. Over here, which you can't really see, it's a bit of a small area. We're going to have washing machines, a drying closet, washing dryers. Those things. Wall then goes across here, and on the other side we're going to do a dog wash and a dog bed, but we don't have the dog yet. Hopefully they'll come into our lives at some point. I would love to get a rescue, so just right dog, right time, but the time isn't yet, so we're not looking. Then across this back wall where you have all this joinery here, we're actually going to block off the kitchen. This is going to go all the way across and be a bench with Wellington boots, so that when our family come over, you know, when you go to nice hotels and they have like the little boot room and stuff, we kind of just wanted to do that. So yeah, washing, dog, boot, walks. And then welcome to the kitchen. I think we might renovate this room one day. Back to the budget. Can't currently afford it, so we're going to leave as is. You're probably looking at it thinking like it's a really nice kitchen. It was definitely one of the newer rooms in the house, but the floorboards are lovely. They need to be redone. We might even reconfigure the kitchen so that we move the island round, and it just started to spiral, and we really just don't have the funds available at the moment. But we're under a beautiful skylight at the moment. Just enabled active track for the first time, so we'll see if this works. We don't have any furniture for obvious reasons, so every time we come and visit, we just sit on our two garden chairs that we have. We've done many takeaways, admin meetings, laptop sessions, setting up Wi-Fi from these very chairs, so we'll remember them when we have a nice dining room here. We would love to do a soft seating area here as well, but it's just working out that reconfiguration. And then over here we have garden access. I think I'll show you that another time. We do have quite a few plans for the garden. Again, might be might be the budget phase 2. But yeah, let me show you the kitchen. So dining area here, obviously kitchen over here, and we'll stick with this for at least a year, I guess, until we're able to tackle this. Get a sneak peek of the garden this way. We're in central London at the moment, so we have a very, very small terrace. So to have a garden, to own grass for the first time is actually amazing. Yeah, you get a better view of the kitchen here. So we have the island unit there. We have an Aga. We have an Aga, blessing or a curse, I'm not sure, because we're not very good at cooking. We even have a fireplace over here with a log burner, which we're obviously going to keep. And then these are all relatively newish units, but I think there's like a coffee machine and stuff, but that's a little bit broken. And then we have the central island here, which, yeah, may reconfigure. But this is totally beautiful for now, an amazing kitchen, and 10x better than what we have at the moment in Central. So we will enjoy being in this room until we fully make it our own. But if you have any ideas for reconfigurations, let me know, because we are really stumped for this room. I won't show you all of these because there's a whole deck, but this is like the work that our designers are doing for us at the moment. Just, yeah, quite a few different variations, just so we can make decisions about things. This will be like the little seat that I was talking about, which will be quite cute in the window. We're talking about utility a lot and how the space is used. So for example, these are shoe drawers so that when guests come in, they can sit down and actually take their shoes off and store them away. Part of this house, and like even when we started working with Shirley, we had an interview for about 3 hours talking about our music taste, brands we wore for clothes, what hotels we stayed in, how we like to live our life, how we spend the weekends. And I loved that. The biggest part about buying a house is turning it into a home, and your home is how you use the space. So we actually got so much out of that. Like even describe your relationship, like it was deep, it felt like therapy. It was a really good part of the process, and so that they could understand us, because there are so many decisions behind these things, and like me and him are decision crazy, so all of it is like the user experience behind the house is what we wanted to focus on. Empty house tour part 1, ground floor, tick. We'll do the next floor, maybe the next 2 floors in the next video, and the garden another time. But hope you enjoyed it. I hope that was okay. Didn't know what I was doing. How do we do this content? But any opinions, let me know. Even like suppliers that you think do great stone, anything like that. We're really out of our depth in all the ways. So it's a really exciting another vertical to have as part of my content and share it with you, really. There's been so much change. I think I mentioned this in my last vlog, but 2025 has really been nuts. I think we felt really static for the past 4 years, which was kind of the plan. Like we've just really hunkered down, stayed in London and done work and like focused on our careers. But I feel like the winds of change are here. I think most of you know that I lost my 4th pregnancy in March. And I think I said this in my last vlog, but weirdly, our completion day was also my exact 12 weeks date, which just would have been the most serendipitous timing ever. So it's difficult that happened, but it's really like this house is the light in our life at the moment, which I know sounds really cringe. It's this thing that we look forward to and that makes us happy. And like, we didn't even plan to come here yesterday. It was really funny. So it was a Friday afternoon and we were like, should we just pack a sleepover bag, jump in the car and go to the house and see the works that have been done? So we stayed in a hotel last night, but yesterday was hilarious because we got to look at a town nearby that has like so many hilarious shops. There was like a Costco, which I'm now a member of. Flex. I was like, Costco is the Soho House of your 30s. Like it's the next membership that you need to get. So we did Costco for the first time, which was overwhelming, but so insane. It was like I Spy. We were like donuts, beefsteaks, tents, playmats. Like they had everything there. It was amazing. We went for a drive through McDonald's. Then we went to charge the car because we've got an electric car, but no way to charge it at the moment. We found this place that does charging and it was like a haven. We stayed in a hilarious hotel nearby and it just feels a bit like a sitcom or something. Like I'm sure we're going to get caught out by cameras at some point and it's just this massive skit, but it's been hilarious and such an adventure. Like we're not a very spontaneous couple, so yesterday was just felt like an adventure. Going to Costco is an adventure and I'm sorry if that's sad, but we just had such a great time yesterday and this house is already starting to give us so many memories. We just hope it's going to be a place to live for many, many years that makes us really happy. And I think that's kind of always the goal, isn't it? Which is a nice place to end. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know how I did, if you want to see it in another format. I'll try and watch some empty house tours so I make a better content for next time. But thanks for watching. Please sub. There will be more reno content. And yeah, see you in the next video. Let me know what you think in the comments. See you soon. Bye.